And welcome back to Top Cheddar Sports. I'm Brett.
I'm Spencer.
And today's Monday, so we're going to be talking some baseball.
It's Tuesday.
And it's Tuesday, so we're going to be talking some NBA basketball today. My bad.
All good. All right, so what do you think we should start off with? Should we start off with...
Let's start off with some finals talk.
All right, yeah, I feel like that would be the best way to start. All right, so games 4 and 5 have been played since we last talked. And in game 4, the Warriors couldn't pull it off.
No, they were on their home court. What could have been their last game ever at Oracle Arena.
Mm-hmm.
They did not look good at all.
Both games back in Golden State were lost. First game, they had an excuse. They didn't have Clay. They didn't have KD. The injury bug definitely bit the team.
And Steph wasn't feeling well again.
Steph still wasn't feeling well. But with Clay back, it proved to be a non-factor for the Warriors, and they still fell to the Raptors. So, head on back up north. All right, no more California beaches and sunshine. Instead, it's the bitter, bitter cold and White Walkers. And nothing is left to chance. KD comes back.
Came back he did. I mean, KD started off this game. I believe he ended the game 3 for 3 from the field with 11 points.
Might have been.
And then it did not look good, Spencer.
It did not, no.
If you haven't seen it, go look it up. There's a video where you can literally see what looks like something just pop in his leg. Really gruesome. I'm hearing there's fears he ruptured his Achilles, which would pretty much effectively, I mean, he's not going to be the same again ever in his career.
Really, really hurt him.
If that is the case, a really serious situation. So thoughts go out to Kevin Durant. Hopefully MRI will be today. I believe he's getting an MRI, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, just thoughts with him.
Hoping for the best, yeah. So, with KD going down, things didn't look promising for the Warriors.
Well, first off, obviously, serious situation. So, it's not something to cheer about when a player goes down. Any player on any team in any sport, when they go down with an injury.
No matter how much you hate them.
Yeah, it should not be cheering that. That is a moment of silence. You applaud when they get up and are helped off the court. Yeah. But you do not jeer the player or make fun of them. Toronto, shame on you. I'm not surprised.
It was
Toronto fans, not the best in the world.
Yeah, not a good moment for the NBA. Not a good look for
Toronto
fans.
Not a good look. You really hurt yourself.
I said to you that the Warriors have been the bad guys in the NBA now for years. Mm-hmm. So why are you trying to take that crown from them? Even if you beat them in these finals, the Warriors are still the supervillains, no matter what.
Yeah, as it should be.
So, by cheering for Kevin Durant, I get that he's one of their best players, and I get that you may be excited that your team now has that much better of a chance, but you don't cheer an injury.
No. So really bad look.
With Kevin
Disgraceful,
Durant
really.
Going down, I think there was a lot of fear that the Warriors would not be able to pull it off. They stayed ahead, though, taking a 6-point lead into halftime, taking a 6-point lead into the fourth quarter before squandering it.
Yes.
The Raptors took a 3-point lead late before Klay Thompson hit a clutch 3 to tie it. Mm-hmm. And then...
Very good. Well, first off, it should be noted before that, to get that lead, Kawhi Leonard himself went on a 10-0 run.
Yeah.
Just further proving how he's the best player on that court, really.
And the heart and soul of the Raptors.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But we'll get to that later.
Warriors end up coming out on top, 106 to 105. Right?
Yes, 106 to 105. Also, the Warriors almost screwed themselves. Draymond Green with an idiotic went over the backcourt. First, I mean, Steph probably shouldn't have passed it there, but Draymond's got his he pivoted right over the line. So that gave the Raptors the ball, and then honestly, Toronto also shot themselves in the leg there with just an awful possession to end the game. I'm not sure what they were trying to draw up. Obviously, they got the ball in Kawhi's hands. He passed it then they go to Lowry in the corner, who's probably not the guy you want shooting the ball.
If anything, you want Green.
Yeah.
Even though he hasn't been great this series.
I think you'd rather have Danny Green, though. So Lowry puts it up at the buzzer, just an awkward-looking possession and three. It hits the side of the backboard, and that was the game. Kind of a disappointing end, honestly. Just as a fan watching it, I wanted to see something more exciting. But so now we got Game 6 on Thursday.
Game 6.
Back at Oracle Arena.
Yeah. So, takeaways so far are obviously Golden State not being full health clearly makes them somewhat of an underdog in the series. And furthermore, the fact that the Raptors have come out and played the kind of physical basketball that you would expect from the Warriors, given that they have DeMarcus Cousins, given that they have Draymond Green. The Raptors are the ones playing the more physical basketball, and they're also getting away with a lot. And so they're taking advantage of it, and they're continuing to play physical, so you can't really knock them for that.
They're playing smart basketball.
Yeah, they are.
Smart, physical basketball.
I would expect that as soon as the over-physical play, as soon as it were to start getting called, they would pull back. But since it's not getting called, they might as well keep doing it.
Might as well.
So, yeah, Game 6 will be back in Oakland. Golden State will look to try and force a Game 7 to send it back up north.
They will do it without Durant and probably without Looney, who also re-injured himself. Again, a shame to see that as well.
Tough one.
Yeah. So now let's talk a little. There hasn't been a ton of free agent news in the past week, but we thought we would focus on two of the bigger names.
Yes.
Where they're rumored to go, where we think they should go, and where we think they will end up. Yeah. So let's start with Kevin Durant.
Okay, let's start with Kevin Durant.
So his season's likely over.
Yep.
Obviously, this injury could have an impact, actually, on his free agent status, depending on the severity of it. But we'll assume it won't.
Yeah.
So the rumored options are stay with Golden State.
Okay.
I heard if Golden State loses, it's more likely Durant stays.
Okay.
If they win, it's more likely he leaves. The New York Knicks have been rumored.
Okay.
The Los Angeles Lakers and Clippers have been rumored, and then the Brooklyn Nets have been rumored. So of those teams, Spencer, we'll start with you. Where do you think he should go? Where do you think he'll end up?
So basically the options seem to me to be if it's either stay in Golden State and continue doing what he's been doing there. Go to Brooklyn, where I'm guessing he would be surrounded by not necessarily a typical super team, especially given the free agents that we have this year, but more so a super team if they bring back like D'Angelo Russell and then maybe like a third piece. Start his own where he is the clear-cut leader, or go to a team like the Knicks with stupid money to spend and form a super team with other free agents. I think the most likely move is that he goes and forms like the super team. So going to like the Knicks. I think his best move would be go to the Nets and get to be his own clear-cut leader. You know, what we saw from like LeBron when he went back to Cleveland almost.
Right.
That's what I think would be best for the Durant legacy. He's won championships, so you can't take anything away from him, even if he was playing on like a video game like team.
Right.
That doesn't matter. The championships are tied to him no matter what. Now I think he can go and show that he's a true leader by playing for a team like the Nets. But I think the more likely move is that he's going to go to the Knicks.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think the most likely move is actually that Kevin Durant goes to the Clippers. I know the focus with the Clippers has kind of been on Kawhi, at least as far as rumors are concerned. But I don't think Durant wants to leave the West. I don't see him leaving the West. He's played his whole career there. And I think the Clippers just kind of make sense because, again, they have a lot of money to spend. And they have a solid team there already. Yeah. So it's not like he can't still win in LA. And I think it'll be appealing, just that market for him. And then you kind of have a rival to the Lakers and LeBron there.
Right.
When he goes to Clippers. The move I think he should do, Obviously, for his career, I think he should just stay with the Warriors.
Okay.
I think that makes the most sense. You're going to have the best chance of winning, all that stuff. But I think it's most likely, I would expect him to be a Clipper.
Okay.
I would.
All right. So then the other big free agent is Kawhi Leonard.
Right.
So his options are essentially stay with Toronto, form a super team somewhere, such as the
Brooklyn,
Knicks,
New York, yeah.
or go to the team that's probably rumored most heavily, the Clippers.
Right.
So, what do you think would be the best move for Kawhi?
I think the answer here, I think his best move and what he will do are the same, and I think that he's going to stay in Toronto. And I'll tell you why. Because I have reasons.
I think the same thing.
Number one, I think he's fit in really nicely there.
Right.
Obviously, this run they're on and potentially probably winning the finals is a big motivator, I guess, to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's done well there. I think he fits in well in the East. I think he can win easier in the East. I think he likes playing in the East. He seems to me to really have kind of blossomed this year. He was always a great player in San Antonio, but he's never been, I guess, this had this kind of spotlight on him. And I think he really, I think he's just flourishing in Toronto, and I think he'd be kind of dumb not to go.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like Toronto can pay him.
Yeah.
And I just don't see why he would go anywhere else. I really don't.
I also think he's going to stay. He's the king of the East now. The only thing that could really throw a wrench in that is if Durant were to come to the East.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think his best move is very clear. Stay in Toronto. Keep doing what you're doing because you made it to the finals, and really, there's not much that's going to probably shake up in the East, so a continued run to the finals looks fairly likely.
I'd like to see him stay, honestly. I think it's good for basketball if he stays in Toronto.
Yeah, keep the balance.
And yeah, like you said, I don't see the East changing much unless there is a super team
Unless
that
the super
forms
team.
in, of course,
But
the
Boston-
Sixers division.
But Boston would still be good even
That's
once
already
they lose
good.
Kyrie.
Right.
So if Kyrie, KD, and insert name of third big free agent
Sure.
here, go to the Knicks, that just adds another competitive team to the mix because the Celtics still stay competitive.
And the Raptors stay competitive, and
Right.
the Sixers stay competitive, and the
Right.
Bucks stay competitive. Honestly, you almost see a slight shift. Maybe the East is going to become the more balanced.
Right.
Because right now what you have is the East is obviously better at the top.
Top heavy.
Not much depth.
Right.
You might see a slight shift. You might see a slight shift, which sucks. But trust the process.
Trust it, baby.
And I think that'll do it for our NBA Tuesday.
Yes, it will.
Leave a like.
Leave a comment. Let us know where you think KD, Kawhi, where they're going to go.
Subscribe. Smash it. Smash that subscribe.
If you feel like it. Or just,
And we'll be back tomorrow to talk some hockey. Also, we will likely have a little special NHL Game 7 preview for you along with our normal video. We'll talk about it more during the hockey video,
Yes.
though. So be on the lookout for that.